the next segment of the respiratory tract, the trachea. Of course, it is a tubular organ. It is tubular organ. Meron tayong makikita ang mga tunic. Okay? Magsimula tayo sa lumen. Ito yung kanyang tunica mucosa. So, let's view it under higher magnification. So you can see it is a pseudostratified columnar epithelium. Pseudostratified columnar epithelium. May makikita tayo among them na goblet cells. At like this one, this is a goblet cell. Ang labo na ng HPO nito. But still, this is ciliated. As you can see, may nakikita pa tayong cilia and the pseudostratified squamous epithelium. Baba tayo dito sa kanyang lamina propria. As you can see, it is relatively thin. So you can see, manipis siya. And composed of loose connective tissue. Mako-consider ba siya as muscularis mucosae? Meron ba siyang muscularis mucosae? Hindi. Hindi natin siya ma-appreciate. Wala. Tuma siya. Yan, much better pala dito. And we have the submucosa. The submucosa of the trachea. So you can see it is composed of loose connective tissue studded with glands. Meron tayo nakikitang tubulo-acinar seromucous glands found in this layer. So you can see this, the whole trachea is lined, studded with this, the whole submucosa of the trachea is studded with those glands. Okay? Now, of course, the trachea has a skeleton. It is supported with a cartilage. Itong lightly staining na structure, that is a cartilage, the hyaline cartilage of the trachea. Kita nyo yung mga chondrocytes on their lacuna. Hindi gaano kita yung lacuna dito sa gitna, pero dito sa gilid, kung saan relatively younger pa yung mga cells, na-appreciate natin yung kanilang lacuna. Nakikita natin yung fibrous perichondrium and the inner chondrogenic perichondrium of the hyaline cartilage of this trachea. And of course, it has adventitia, the loose connective tissue covering it. So, minsan may makikita tayong ganito, adipose tissue, which is attached to the trachea. Pero kadalasan hindi yung buong periphery ng trachea ay may adipose tissue. Karamihan pa rin dyan is made up of loose connective tissue. Okay, there you go for your trachea. Punta na tayo sa lungs. So lungs, meron siyang malaki pa rin ang part ng lungs na part pa ng kanyang conducting portion. To be much more specific is the bronchus. Yung bronchus are just branches of your trachea. So, we can imagine na yung kanyang structure resembles that of a trachea. So this, itong incomplete circle na yan, that is a bronchus. Paano ko nasabi? Ano bang meron sa trachea? It has a lining epithelium. It has a submucosa and cartilaginous tissue. So cartilage itong nakikita natin sa ilalim. Tingnan natin in higher magnifications. Diba? So this is a pseudostratified ciliated epithelium. That is your submucosa. You can still see some glands. May nakikita tayong smooth muscle cell layer here. Again, it is a tubular organ. Definitely, meron tayong makikitang smooth muscle cells dyan. And ito, yung kanyang cartilaginous skeleton. So, if you see an opening, a tubular organ on a lung parenchyma na meron pang cartilage, so that is a definite bronchus. Okay? Ito, may cartilage pa siya. As you can see here in the side, also a cartilage structure, cartilage tissue, cartilaginous tissue. Okay? Usually, may makikita din tayong blood vessels, such as this one. Diba? Ito ang tunica media ng kanyang blood vessel, na ito. Most likely, this is a large vein. So also here, another vein, which goes along with the bronchus. Hindi na natin ma-identify kung siya ay interlobar, lobar, or intralobar bronchus, or siya ay secondary, primary, tertiary bronchus kasi malaki siya. So ang i-distinguish na lang natin is yung bronchus to a bronchiole. Sa bronchiole, wala tayong makikitang cartilaginous tissue sa kanyang walls. Okay? Magpakita ko ng malaki-laki. Meron diyang mga malilit such as that. Yung kitang-kita. This one. This one is a good example of a bronchiole. Okay, as you can see, we have its tunica mucosa, which is lined by ciliated. It's still ciliated. Mukhang hindi na siya stratified. Mukhang hindi siya pseudo-stratified perhaps. Columnar epithelium. We can see some goblet cells. May nakita ko kaninang goblet cells. Dito na lang tayo sa LPO. We can see some tunica muscularis. Okay, and its connective tissue, adventitia, nasa labas ng bronchiole, sorry. As you can see, wala tayong nakikitang cartilaginous structure, cartilaginous tissue. Okay, itong kanyang katabi is also a bronchus, bronchi. Kitang-kita naman sa kanyang lining epithelium. Ay, ipapakita lang ako sa inyo dito sa gilid na ito. This is now a tertiary bronchiole. Bakit ko nasabi na siya ay tertiary bronchiole? As you can see, yung structure niya is still a bronchiole. Meron tayong nakikita ang lining epithelium. Meron siyang smooth muscle cell na flank sa kanya. May nakikita pa nga tayo lymphoid tissue na nasa kanyang periphery. So those are bronchi-associated lymphoid tissue. Pero may makikita tayong bifurcation here. Tingnan natin siya dito sa under a much lower magnification. Diba? Nagba-bifurcate siya into smaller bronchioles, even smaller bronchioles na mas manipis na yung kanyang walls. So these are now terminal bronchioles. Tertiary, then terminal bronchioles. Paano ko nasabi na siya ay terminal bronchioles? Diba ito yung pinakita ko sa inyo kanina, yung nasa ilalim. Ito na ang terminal bronchiole. As you can see, meron na siyang respiratory membrane. Some of its length ay meron ng respiratory membrane which gives off alveolar ducts papunta sa mga alveolar sacs. Okay? Ito, medyo maikli yung nakat ng duct. Pero still, meron na tayo nakikita respiratory membrane. So it's already a part of the respiratory portion ng lungs. Okay? And then you have the lung parenchyma, which is composed of the alveolar sacs and alveolar ducts. So yung mahaba, of course, are the ducts. At kagaya nito, this is a duct giving off air to the alveolar sacs on its periphery. So these are all lined by a respiratory membrane. Tingnan nga natin kung kaya nating ma-appreciate ang respiratory membrane. Tingnan nyo tong alveolus na to, may laman pa siyang fluid sa loob. Meron siyang surfactant pa, no? As you can see here, this is a capillary. May nakaline na sa kanya na RBCs. Ito ay isang alveoli. Okay? So, meron diyang mga alveolar cells na nagla-line ng respiratory membrane. That is a respiratory membrane. Okay? Kita pa lang. Galing. This is also capillary. As you can see, it is a red blood cell. Red blood cells din yan. Pati ito mga to. Ito ay lining epithelium niya. Yung respiratory membrane. Alright, so that is the mammalian lung. Punta naman tayo sa avian lung. Ay, hindi ko pala napakita sa inyo. Avian trachea. Anong kaibahan? Anong ating makikita? Still, ganun pa rin. As you can see, it is made up of hyaline cartilage. Meron tayong nakikitang muscular cells, cartilaginous cells, mucosal cells. Bagal. Lahat makapagpabili na ng Ryzen 9 with 5060 RTX. Yan. As you can see here, this is its lining epithelium. Meron siyang cilia. Meron siyang sa mucosa. Doc, bakit hindi ma-appreciate yung architecture? Hindi. Ciliated pa. Ano tawag doon? Columnar pa rin ba siya? Mukhang may infection, ongoing infection itong lining epithelium na to. As you can see, may mga inflammatory cells na dito. Lymphoid tissue, halos lahat, yung buong extent. Yung normally, di ba, parang patches lamang siya. doon sa lining epithelium niya. Ito lahat meron, no? Some of them carries, some of them have blood pa. May nakita ako dito na kanina na mas makapal pang lymphoid tissue. So you can see here yung ilalim niya, ang daming infiltrations ng lymphoid tissue. Ito, parang tonsil talaga, di ba? Ang laking aggregation, dense aggregated lymphoid tissue. But still, it's still a isolated columnar, pseudostratified columnar epithelium. Again, cartilage rings on the trachea. This is the adventitia. This is the connective, loose connective tissue in between the cartilaginous rings. Minsan may makikita tayong ganyan. May nakikita din tayong mga perichondrium ng cartilage. Itong nakikita natin na yan, artifacts, I think. Those are just artifacts na fold yung cartilage niya. Yes, those are just artifacts. Okay? Punta tayo sa avian lung. Now, sa avian lung, sa physio, maganda na ang discussion natin dito. And anatomy, didiscuss pa natin yung gross niya. Ang counterpart ng alveolus is the parabronchi. As you can see here, may makikita tayong parang mga lobules. Those are the parabronchi. Naghanap lang ako ng magandang parabronchus. Ito na lang. So as you can see here, this is a concentric layers of cells. Yung nasa gitna, that is the parabronchus. May nakikita tayong air capillaries. So these are air capillaries. This is the atrium of the parabronchus. Itong nasa loob na to, these are again air capillaries. Nagkakaroon na dyan ng exchange ng oxygen and carbon dioxide. Okay? Hindi ganun hindi nag-expand kasi yung lungs ng avian, so mas dense yung kanyang tissue. So as you can see here, mas marami siyang blood vessels, mas marami siyang capillaries. As you can see here, itong large veins lang ang mga yan, pero ito yung mga mas maliliit na capillaries. Nagkakaroon na dyan ng gas exchange. Okay? Diba? Red blood cells yan ng avians. So, ang pasok ng hangin dyan is coming from the lumen. Bagal. Coming from this lumen ng parabronchus, ito, lumen ng parabronchus, ang direction ng air ay papasok dito sa periphery ng isang parabronchus. So, this is the air capillaries themselves. Kasi nga, kitang-kita natin yung mga red blood cells. Focus ko again. Yan. This is a much better view. Bagal. Okay? So, ito na yung mga air capillaries niya coming from this lumen ng parabronchus. Okay, so that's it for the respiratory system. Good luck sa ating exam.